Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. And I just want to first say Happy Mother's Day to you all. I hope you had a wonderful time. I surely did. I was able to spend time with my sons and my grandchildren, and that prompted me to go on and get on out of the house. So I said, let me go ahead and get down there so I can do a show. And yes, I was going to do the show today. Even though it was Mother's Day, I was still going to do the show. Okay? So I got people texting me and messaging me and everything. So I'm going to try to stay focused though, y'all. You know I'm a little nosy. But yeah, I said I was going to still do the show. And so this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, and y'all know I always come from a woman's point of view. I don't try to do anything that is not in my pay grade. Okay, I'm not a man, so I don't know about man things. I don't even try to get in their business. I stay in my own lane, and so that is what I'm gonna try to do right now. I'm gonna talk about empowerment. Do you empower or do you devour? Okay, because so many times women cannot be happy for other women, and if we can't be happy for other women, we cannot empower other women because we're too busy being selfish. We're too busy trying to hold somebody down. Now I'm going to try to be very delicate in my topic today, because I don't want to be accusatory. You know, I don't want to look like I'm trying to come against anyone, but I want this to be an informative type show, and where you would think about your behavior, think about the things that you do, and maybe twerking it a little bit, tweaking it, you know, making some adjustments, because we're not here to put others down, and we're not here to try to hold others back. And that's one thing that I think we got wrong. We think we're supposed to rejoice at somebody's downfall. So let me give you a couple of definitions. First of all, dignity. Okay, the state or equality of being worthy or of honor or respect, a composed or serious manner or style. Okay, and I think sometimes some of us have a style that is not dignified. Okay, because when we look at other women's failure as a win for us ourselves, there's no dignity in that. There's no respect in that. Okay, we should be able to lift up another person. Okay, and I want to stay on the ground of women empowering women. Okay, do you rejoice from somebody else's downfall? I mean, point blank and period. Because if you're the one that rejoices for somebody else's downfall, you're the one that I'm talking to. You're the one that needs to hear this. Okay, I see it all the time, and I have seen it more within the last year. Women who cannot be excited for other women, cannot be congratulatory for other women, women that's jealous of what other women are doing. So instead of empower, you try to devour, you try to come against, you don't support, you work with men to try to bring the woman down. You have no dignity. More or less, you are a crab in the bucket trying to keep others from progressing. Okay, and that crab in the bucket, for those who do not know, is a crab mentality, crab theory. Crab in the bucket is a way of thinking, best described that if you can't have it, I can't have it. Okay, that's how we think sometimes. So my thing is, if you have that type of mentality that you get jealous or envious of what somebody else had, you need to rethink your life. You might be something that you need to curve. You might need to do something differently to make yourself more satisfied with the way that you're living, because we're not supposed to be walking around here putting others down or thinking badly about other people because they're doing something that we think that we cannot do, or we think we cannot receive. It is just horrible to me to see a woman try to bring down another woman when you should be lifting her up, and especially an older woman bringing down a younger woman when you should be encouraging her and giving her advice and mentoring her. You steadily trying to work with men to bring down a woman. You, to me, I'm gonna be point blank, and I was told to watch my mouth when I do this, but to me, you are a piece of garbage. You are a piece of garbage. If you cannot uplift somebody else without feeling intimidated to the point where you have to try to work against them to pull them down, you are a non-factor. That's what you are to me. And that's what you should be to others. You should be isolated somewhere where nobody wants to deal with you for that negativity, because that's what it is. And it's not fair to those women of those of us women who wants more, who wants to push each other to do better, who wants to say, hey, I have your back. It's not fair to us that somebody like you is in our midst. So you should be going somewhere, isolated. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this doesn't sound Christ-like, but it is what it is, because I get so tired of people trying to judge other people because they're not like you. There are going to be some people that don't talk like you. There's going to be some people that have a little bit more education than you. It's not your place to try to put them down. Your place is to try to use what they've done or find out what they've done so you can do it, so you can better yourself. Do you empower or do you devour? And if you are a devourer, you're just a waste of time. That negativity is a waste of time when you could be doing something productive. And it just really kind of disturbs me, because we as women act like we can't even come together for the greater whole. We can't come together to push ourselves through to do better. I should be backing you, and you should be backing me, and we both should be preparing the next woman for her bigger step. But instead, we got these small minds. We have these small minds where we let people manipulate us, and it be the same very people that don't even want to see you progress. But you'll work with them to try to bring down another woman and want to sit and act like you done something. No, what you've done is showed your ignorance. What you've done is shown how jealous and thick-hearted you are. That's what you've done. So how ignorant you are that you would come against another woman. You mean absolutely nothing to those people that use you. They're there for that purpose of using you. The enemy allowed you, well, you allowed the enemy, should I say, to use you to help somebody else who allowed the enemy to use them instead of propelling others. Because see, when you bless someone else, the blessing is going to come to you. Okay? When you bless someone else, the blessing is going to come to you. And this is what happens when you have that individual that ignores the negativity, the one that you come against, but then instead of them coming to you with some negativity, they go down in prayer, or whoever it is that they pray to, but they turn that thing into a positive thing. Let me tell you what I've done for those of you who decide they want to come against me. I pray that God would have mercy on you. Because if you ever read the Bible that I read, his wrath is no joke. His wrath is no joke. So I pray that he doesn't give you all of that. I pray that he have mercy on you. See, women that loves other women and loves other people, other humans, that's what we do. We pray for them. Those of us who are obedient to the person that we serve, the one that we serve, we pray for our enemies as well. And that is what I do. And there's been many days that I have wanted to protect myself. There's been many days that I have wanted to raise up. But being the virtuous woman that I am, the one that I've become now, I know better. I know that my goal is to empower other women. And the one way of empowering someone else is by your position. It's by the way you behave. It's by your actions. So if I'm out here fighting like a hoe in the street, I'm going to watch my mouth. But if I'm out here fighting like that, how can I empower anybody else? But if I show you how to ignore negativity and then continue to move on and push on, I can empower someone else to do the same. Someone else to look like they have some type of dignity, like they're dignified. And that is the way that I choose to live my life. I am not going to let you lure me to a place where I hate you, or to a place that I wish anything bad upon you. I will not allow you to do that, because to me, you're already a non-factor. So why would I put my blessings on pause because I'm wishing more than mercy for you? I'm not going to do it. And I encourage any woman that's in my position, don't do it. Do not wish anything bad upon those that come against you. Continue to pray that God will have mercy on them, because they have the problem. You don't. You walking around here, you want to be all of that, and you can't even empower someone else. You can't tell a person good job. You can't look on the social media and see somebody's doing something and you can't even give them a like or a heart or a hi or a bye. You are so heartbroken that it's not you. You're so envious that you haven't done it, or you couldn't come up with the idea, that you can't even say good job to somebody. You can't tell another woman you are beautiful, you look nice today. Oh, I'm so happy for you, because you're so envious of others, and you don't have enough get up about yourself to know that you can do the same thing, that you can fix yourself up. If you don't like the way you look, put on some makeup. Ain't nothing wrong with a little enhancement. If you don't like your size, do what you gotta do. Go work out, drink some water, and whatever else it takes, long as it's something that's gonna be healthy. But for you to look at another woman and hate her just because it's not you, that is low grade, low budget. That's what that is. You are a low budget person, or you just need some help. You might just need some counseling. And sometimes we resist counseling because we think that that's not, the proper thing for us to do. And, in the Black community, we really don't think we should have counseling. But there's nothing wrong with counseling. Sometimes we need counseling for the smaller things to even attack the bigger things, the larger things. We may need some counseling for our emotions, our envious, and we may need to go talk to somebody when we can't look at another woman and say, this woman is doing her thing and I want to help her out. Matter of fact, I want to pick her brain to see how I can do my thing as well. But we look at the woman and want to say, that thought that she ain't doing nothing, she this, she that. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be building off of each other. Iron sharpens iron. And we won't do that because we're too busy worrying about whether somebody is doing better than us. It makes no sense. Are you empowering or are you devouring? And I'm going to tell you one thing about me. I do not play the radio. If I find out that you're not a person of substance, if I find out that you can't look at me and say, well done, I am not going to be around you. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. And then you got something to talk about because you're going to say, oh, she's acting bougie. No, I'm not acting bougie. You have put me in this position and I am going to adhere to what you want. You have defined our relationship and I am going to adhere to the way you define that relationship. There is nothing wrong with leaving people by the wayside when they're not going the same way that you're going, baby. Leave them there. Leave them there. I have never seen so many jealous individuals in my life than I have seen in the past year. I have not seen it. And I ain't talking about no young people, because if you notice, a lot of these young folks out here, they're uplifting their friends. They're uplifting others. They're encouraging each other. They're pushing, and they're moving about. They, like my grandma used to say, they turning about, baby. They doing their thing. They making their coins. It's these old bitter people that I guess feel like they missed out on life and act like that the blood that's warm in their veins and the breath that's in their body means they, even though they're older, they can't do anything else. But as long as you're alive, you can always start. You can start at any age. You had people acting at 70 years old, first time. You could do anything. Painters not painting till they're 80 years old, becoming famous for their paintings. I mean, as long as you're alive, you can do anything you want to do. So why would you not support other people? When you support others, most of the time they're going to turn around and support you. Let me tell you something. We're having an event at the organization that I'm with. And a lot of people don't want to support it because of me. Because I'm not one to play with. I am a leader, and I know I am. I am a leader. I was not only trained, but I'm experienced in leadership. And I not only got a degree in it, I'm experienced in leadership. But let me tell you, the people that I least expected to support the event, supported the event. And I reached out to some of these politicians that's running and stuff like that. And one of them in particular just totally ignored me. And at that moment, I was going to vote for them. At that moment, I was like, this is my candidate. And I mean, I sent my request to their cell phone, their personal cell phone number. Okay? No response. So now it's like, let me regroup, because if you're going to ignore me before I cast my vote, I'm pretty sure you're going to ignore me after I cast my vote. That's just my way of thinking. Because you could have just said, I'm sorry, I can't, or give me some more information. But you totally ignore me, so I'm probably going to ignore you as well. And I'm going to encourage others to ignore you as well, too. Yeah, but that's a different topic. So I want to say this. We should be able to support each other. We should be able to catapult other people. It has nothing to do with you. Your money don't have anything to do with my money. I can't be jealous of what God has blessed you with. I just got to get to my point of the blessing. So while I'm going to try to hold you down, y'all, I'm telling you, it is some nasty individuals out here, but please do not allow them to cause you to get your blessings slowed up or taken away. Pray for them. Pray for them that they will have mercy shown. Because I don't understand what holding back another individual does for you. Somebody help me out. I'm going to hold you back. Then what does that do for me? Where I can just help you and push you forward and encourage you, and then pray for my day that's coming. And pray that you would turn around and do the same. And a lot of times, no, people might not do the same for you as you would do for them. But that's okay. It's okay. Because what's yours is yours. It doesn't matter. Your day is coming. So I'm just asking us to take a look at ourselves, to regroup and think about what we do and how we treat people. It's all in how we treat people. I've been mistreated wholeheartedly within the last year. I have been mistreated and by a few people, and they'll tell you that they didn't do this and that. It's a lie, and it's gonna be in my book. It's going to be in my book. I ain't going to say maybe my third book, but I'm writing it now. But I have been mistreated. But, it's because you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. And you got these people that when you don't do what they ask you to do, they have a problem with you. They have a serious problem with you. But you have to be able to look at yourself the next day. Or the morning after that, and the morning after that. And so when I make my decisions as a leader, when I make my decisions, it's decisions that I can live with. They are decisions that I know when I wake up 20 years from now, I made the best decision at that time. I didn't listen to anybody. I didn't let anybody encourage me to do something I didn't feel that it was right. Those are the type of decisions that I made. Now, I don't know how you guys make your decisions, but you have to ensure that you can live with the decisions that you make. Just like you have to ensure that you can live with yourself. You must be able to live with yourself. So if there's something about you that you don't like, fix it, change it, but don't take it out on other people. Don't be mad at this woman over here because she come to work every day dressed to kill. Don't be mad at her. If you don't have the coins, I tell you what, go to the thrift store. See, this is what people that encourage you tell you. This is the advice you get. Go to the thrift store. Go to your size. Find you something nice to wear. Take it home, wash it, dry it, iron it, put you some shoes and socks on, or stockings, whatever it is, and get to work and look good. The thrift store have brand new stuff. Depending on which ones you go to, you'll find almost everything in the store brand new. Earrings included. See, this is why when you stop being so smug, when you stop turning your back on folks because you're jealous, people will share things with you. When you allow people that avenue to be able to talk to you, people will start sharing stuff with you. You don't have to pay $1 million for clothes or anything else. You got these little sites that you can get a whole bunch of stuff, even cheap shoes. You know, because I'm like, I do a lot of stuff, and I'm only going to wear the shoes for a day or two. I don't wear tennis shoes like talking about. So when I need to go for a walk, I'm digging out, trying to find some old tennis shoes because I don't wear them. So I know a site you can go to and get you some shoes for $30. Good enough to walk in. But if you're always coming against me, how can I share that with you? And then okay, I promise I'm going to be nice. So let me put this out. Most of the people that's around here hating on folks look like dog doo-doo. Look like crap. You need a friend. You need somebody to advise you because you look a hot mess. You know, I was told yesterday, you know, that's the lady that said this about you. And I looked at the lady and I was like, are you serious? That's her? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, she need to get somewhere and sit down. Well, I said, and finish rotting. But that's what I said. God forgive me for that. But that's how bad she looked. And I'm like, how you coming against me, man? You should be coming to ask me for some assistance, some advice or something. Try to spruce yourself up. You close to the grave. You can still look good, though, till you get there. That's the way I feel, you know. But you rather talk about another sister, a queen. And I still refer to it as a queen because inside somewhere, there's some queenish something in there. Something. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to degrade nobody. I will not degrade. I get nothing out of degrading anybody. I get nothing out of talking about people. One thing I can say, my grandmother did not talk about folks. We didn't see that in our household. We didn't see gossip and all that stuff. She did not like that. She wouldn't allow us to do it. She wouldn't allow us to put anybody back down because she tells us you ain't better than nobody else. So how you going to sit there and talk about somebody? I mean, she would get on us if we was even to try to talk about somebody else. So we weren't raised like that. So we don't understand how you sit there and degrade people and how you're jealous of people because we understand what God has for us, He has for us. Yours is coming. All you got to do is wait, be patient, and be obedient. We understand that. So it's hard a lot of times for us to, and I say us, I'm talking about my family, to put our hands on why people act the way they do. Why you in your 60s, late 60s, early 70s, still putting down younger women? Why you're not trying to encourage them? people you don't even know. And you putting your mouth on them, you don't know them, you haven't even said anything other than hello to them. And you sitting there looking like a fool because you want to put your mouth on somebody. Let me just explain to you real quick how I am. I'm going to tell you how I am. If it don't stop my food, if it doesn't pay my bills, if it doesn't contribute to my household, it's a non-factor. It's a non-factor for me. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the time or the energy for anybody to, how can I put it? I don't have the energy for anybody to bring negativity in my life. I can do that on my own, and I choose not to do it, so I'm not going to allow anybody else to do it. And so I want to encourage other people to do the same thing. Do not allow people to bring the negativity in your life. Do not allow that, because people that walk around here talking about you, talking against you, dragging your name, they do that for themselves. They're trying to make themselves look good. They're trying to put themselves on a pedestal. You're going to talk about my degrees and you don't have anything? You got an old Lord at high school diploma. Thank you, Father. That's the kind of high school diploma you got. You pleaded for that one, and then you're going to talk about my degrees. I have nothing to say about you, but you're going to talk about my degrees. You're going to talk about my friends, the people that I hang with, the people that I have that I can just call up because some of them are politicians and stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got the problem with that. I don't have the problem, because to me, they are people that I love. They're my friends. But you have a problem because your friends are on a different level, and it's okay. It's okay. Only person judging you is you. And that's what we do. Crabs in the bucket. You're so worried about what this person over here is doing, you can't get you some business. Are you empowering or are you devouring? As an older woman, you're supposed to empower the younger women. You are not supposed to bring them down. You are not supposed to talk about them, come against them. And even if you don't have anything good to say about them, you are supposed to sit there and shut the entire heck up. I promised I was going to be good today. You are supposed to be quiet and go to prayer for them. That's what you're supposed to do. Not come against them like you better. That is so, to me as an African-American woman, and I'm just going to take it here for a minute, because that's mostly what happens. Because I get a lot of white women that uplifts me, and I uplift them too. Because you still my sister. I don't care what your race, creed, or color, or whatever that is. I don't care about that. I'm going to uplift you. But it's most of the people that looks like me that want to bring me down. Because you are crab in the bucket. And for years and years and years and years and years, you're still holding on to that instead of changing, instead of letting that go. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that we're going to keep coming against each other. It's not good. So how can we support anybody else? Because we keep coming against each other. You know, but it doesn't really matter to me, because I'm going to keep pushing. And I'm going to keep pushing with whoever pushing with me, baby. And it doesn't, like I said, they don't have to look like me. They don't have to sound like me. They don't have to come from where I come from. If you push it with me, baby, I'm pushing with you. Because that's what I believe in. Everybody can get some of this. Everybody can get some of the American dream. Everybody can get a piece of the rock. Y'all remember that? Get a piece of the rock? Everybody can. Everybody can. You got to work hard. Sometimes some of us got to work harder than others. But we can all enjoy life and enjoy it well. When you stop pulling people down, you'll see that doors will open for you. When you stop trying to be separate, you'll see that doors will open for you. When you start listening to people, you'll see that the doors will open for you. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet. Everything is not going to always go your way. But one thing you cannot continue to do is to continue to put people down, to continue to go against folks. You can't continue to do that. It's just not healthy, for one. And it makes people not want to be around you. And you know what gets me, y'all? The very people that come against you and try to drag you and put you down and stuff, those are the very people that want something from you. I fear, and not really fear, let me use that because I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I shouldn't use that word. But I am very cautious of anybody that's bold enough to try to dog me out, to smear my name, and then they come on the back end and ask me for something. Those are some cold-hearted people. Those are some dangerous people. Those are the people that you need to avoid. Those are, because they have no conscience, none whatsoever. Avoid them at all costs. Like I say, I don't fear anybody, but I'm cautious of them. That's the word I should have used originally. I'm cautious of them. Because think about it. You're going to talk about me. You're going to cuss me. You're going to call me out my name. And then you turn around and you ask me to do something for you. If you don't get far, far, far away from me. And those are the people that will get you in trouble. Those are the people that will have you out here with a case number. Because you done flipped, because you don't understand the audacity of anybody like that. Listen, I want to encourage you to keep on empowering each other. Keep on empowering yourself. I know I go into debt when I do my shows because I want to show both sides. And I want y'all to know that what's happening to you also happens to somebody else, myself included. But we have to continue to empower each other. And there are going to be times when you can't say anything. Just give a smile. Just give a smile. Tell them I'll talk to you in a few. Give me a few minutes. Let me call you back. I'll talk to you next week, okay? Let's do lunch. Something like that. Because we're not going to always feel like pushing that empowerment piece. But we can always encourage, even just through a smile. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And one day we're going to get it. I pray that we do. But those of us who got it, we have to spread it. We have to continue to show it. We got to walk that walk and talk that talk. We have to. Because they're not getting it, a lot of them. And unfortunately, some of them are going to their grave and never have gotten it. Let me tell y'all something. If you're 70 years old and you still getting jealous of other women, you got a darn problem. You 60 to 70. I mean, let me just cut off at 70. I'm going to keep it at 70. You still getting jealous of other women. You still trying to bring other women down. You trying to keep them from moving forward. You at 70, you have a problem. You have a problem. And you need to get it fixed. You need to get yourself together because you're closer to God than you think. I mean, if you're talking about the life expectancy, if you're talking about, you know, the order of life, you're closer than you think. Your 1 foot in the grave is like 1.5 now. I'm just going to tell it like it is. When I turned 50, I'm like, okay, Lord, I know. Let me get it together. What I haven't been doing, let me get right. Because I already know I'm hovering. I'm hovering over the grave. I'm hovering. And everything good I want to leave here. Everything good I want to leave here. Everything bad I want to get rid of. Because I don't want to pass that on to anybody. And see, one thing about me, y'all, I'm a natural born fighter. I will fight for my rights. I will fight, and I will fight physically. But you got to know when to move. You got, like Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to fight. You got to know when. And there becomes a time in your life where walking away is more feasible. Holding them is more feasible. And if you never get to that point, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. I want to say ignorance. But I really don't know, because you might need some meds. But I tell you this, I don't care if you talk about me. Just stay away from me, though. Just stay away from me. Because I got my own problems. I got my own flaws. I got my own issues that I have to sit here and go over in my mind every day. Love, don't say that. Love, don't go around them. Just stay away from them. Because I have to make sure I maintain my freedom. So I'm constantly praying and repenting. I got to make sure I maintain my freedom. And listen, y'all, don't let anybody jeopardize your freedom because they can't stop wagging their tongue. Don't do that. Learn to forgive even when people don't ask for forgiveness. Learn to love even when they're sure they don't love you. And if nothing else, love yourself always more than you love anything or anybody else. And then you're going to be okay. Look, thank you for joining me on Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. I want you to take a look at yourself. If this show offended you, that means you have a problem. A lot of it's your problem. If it didn't offend you, I thank you, and thank you for putting on your big girl bloomers and standing up and empowering other women. And I'm asking you to continue to do it. And we got a long way to go on the women in the womenhood. We have a long way to go. But with people like you continuing to uplift others, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. It doesn't matter race, creed, or color. We have to stand together as one, and we have to do what's right to make sure that we are treated fairly in this world. Listen, God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Then you can go on and properly love on someone else. Till we shall meet again, may you have continued blessings. Take care now.